Hello and welcome to all the ghouls and vampires out there. I'm Joe here from my co-host Stan.
Hello and greetings.
Today we continue our Scream for Scream podcast. Anyways, today we're continuing, and the guard ends up escorting the two stupidest ambulance employees in the known universe further into the bowels of this place that's basically a metaphor for the Christian Judeo-Christian underworld, as madmen and lunatics rant and rave and scream and holler all around them, and you have Jesus ain't got nothing to do with this, I think is the quote, and very apt by that guard. Now, last time we had discussed just the trip down for the elevator and how he does that recap, which, okay, now we're getting to where Michael is. Michael has, since Halloween 2, been wrapped up in bandages and reduced into a coma, as his body took a lot of punishment. Well, no duh. He blew up and, well, essentially all but blew up and was set aflame. And he had his eyes shot out. Now, his eyes have repaired themselves. I'm going to theorize that the demon that possesses him is what kind of helped Michael recover and heal. But the trouble is that it took time because of the amount of damage Michael sustained. And I might even theorize that Michael is never fully recovered, and that he is dying biologically. So that the goal that Michael has is not to end Jamie so much as to transfer, as we see later at the end of the movie. So the idea is that right now he shouldn't be alive. The only thing keeping him alive is the demon, and that might not last forever. So, and I wonder if maybe if Michael passes away, the demon passes away.
I think that might also be the case because
it might explain why he's so desperate to get to Jamie.
Because if he wasn't going to die, in a way there wouldn't have been as much need for him to try and track down Jamie.
Yeah.
And trying to track her down, and making sure that she touches Michael Myers would conclude that he would have been able to transfer over to her.
Yeah. The trouble is that Michael, in a way, is aided and abetted by the head of this asylum, who is keen to have Michael transferred out because he's incompetent and stupid. And he dismisses Loomis because Tweedledee and Tweedledum ask after Loomis, and the owner just says Loomis has a more ceremonial position right now, rather than actually running the show. Basically saying, I don't care what Loomis thinks. I'm going to screw up my job no matter what.
Yeah, never mind the guy who understands Michael Myers the most.
But the thing is, he doesn't like Loomis, because Loomis is a heroic force in the world. We have to look at this asylum head in much the same way that you might have, one could look at him as a satanic figure, to an extent, wanting to puke out a demon onto the world. Or one could look at him in the likeness of, say, Hell of Niflheim or Izanami, basically letting out demons and uncaringly just not really caring about their jobs and just wanting to torment individuals. And I do think this guy is that evil because, come on! On the other hand, the two morons, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to cuss too much, but they're just so dumb. They transfer Michael out of the ambulance to the Halloween theme, which is great. It's a great song. Suitably sets up the mood very suitably. The two then bring Michael along. Only thing is, they then begin chatting. You know what? Let's bring up the fact that this guy, murdered half a town
And
in
then,
his hopes to get to his sister, and he has the modus operandi of going after family members. So I guess the right thing to do would be to talk about the location and identity, and just in general, his niece, because that's what I want to talk about when I'm near a serial killer. I'll just mention his family members that he hates.
these two nincompoops they really need to watch what they say.
Well, Michael puts them in their place, so they get their just desserts. So there is some justice in this film, and I do regard it as justice because when you endanger a child in that way, you deserve what's coming to you.
It's like all the rules that they should abide by.
They just chuck out the window.
Exactly.
Heck, Bud from Halloween 2, I have more sympathy for him than these morons. But anyways, that's all we've got on this scene, because honestly, what's there to talk about? They end up dumb. They talk about Jamie when they shouldn't, but it's here that Michael learns all he needs to know to track down Jamie in Haddonfield. So he begins the hunt, with the ambulance, of course, crashing into the river, and thus he begins a long trek back to society. So, with that said, don't forget to smash that like and that subscribe button if you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for the next one.